Hey guys, Scott from SmartKits Australia, and today I'm on the tools. Why am I on the tools, you ask? Because you generally in office attire, rolling around, checking the job sites and also dealing with our customers interstate and around the country. But today I'm working on my own house, and I'm building a SmartKits deck extension off of my existing deck. And I am actually a carpenter by trade. Spent many years on the tools, but obviously my best and my strengths are talking. I have a bit of a gift of the gab, they say, but I do love getting back on the tools and building occasionally as well. And this old house that I've owned for many years always needs a little bit of something done. And I love living the great Aussie dream, owning my home and working on my house. I've lived here for 13 years and built bits and pieces as I've gone over that time. Today I'm extending my existing back deck, which was also a SmartKits steel frame deck. We love and obviously are committed to our own products. I would never use anybody else's. And I thought I'd show you some tips and tricks on how these steel frame decks go together today. So stay tuned. So this is one of our SmartKits Flyover roofs on the back of the house here, with that beautiful flat non-insulated finish. I built this one 13 years ago, and it hasn't missed a beat. A magnificent roof. It's done a really good job, and we're going to be extending that over this section of the house here. And obviously it's on top of a steel frame deck that I also built 13 years ago, and we're going to be extending this steel frame deck out to the boundary as well, to the side of the house. Now this house, the deck is under 1 metre high, so it's technically classed as landscaping here in Queensland, so we can extend the deck out to the boundary. There's no problem with that. And obviously the roof will have to be set back from the boundary, but we'll get another 1.5 metres, 2 metres on that roof and still comply with the building rule setback here in Queensland. All of our products are designed to extend to if you require. Now, because we get bits and pieces left over from jobs and stuff like that, so I'm obviously a bit of a bowerbird, so I take a beam here, take a beam there, and we'll use it up. If it's going under the floor, it doesn't really matter what the color is. No one's really going to see it. As you can see, the existing steel frame deck, treated pine decking on there that I laid 13 years ago. And we're going to be taking all that decking up and using a modular decking system on there, composite decking system. So let's extend the steel frame first. I'm extending the steel frame out. You can see I've built the perimeter of beams here so that we've extended that deck out, and I'm currently putting the posts in. Now all of our deck posts have a cap system that goes on top of the deck post. 2 bolts through the beam itself will hold that in place. Now if you go and hang on, where's that post in the corner? Well, the best thing about our deck system is that you don't need to have all your posts in to get the frame up. So I concreted 2 posts in, got the perimeter up, squared it up, leveled it up. You can see the level there. Obviously, minimum amount of beams. We're hanging the posts in the holes and concreting the posts in last. So we put a couple of posts in just to hold it all in place, and I'll put a couple of bags of concrete down the bottom. But now we're going to finish off putting the rest of the posts in, and that'll hold all the perimeter frame up, and then we'll go along and put our joists in between our beams, our flooring joists. Once again, post cap. And wanted to show you this one. This is a corner connector. This is a connector that is a whole corner assembly. You can see that there. It goes around the corner. You can see how our beams fit into that corner. This is our bearer beam. Our front beam is called a bearer. That runs right through to the corner, and then our other beam intersects into the side of it. So your bearer beam is always the full length of your deck. So if your deck is a 6 metre long deck, that bearer beam is going to be 6 metres. Your joist or your side beam that runs into the side of that because if your deck is a 6 by 4 meter projection, this beam here would be 50 mil off the 4 meters, so it would be 3,950. 3,950 beam. And if it was a freestanding deck with another bearer at the back, then it would be 4 meters less 50, and this would be a 3,900 beam. Pretty simple. Righto. I'll push on putting these posts in. It's a balmy, good 32, 33 degrees here in Queensland right now, and this side of my house is absolutely stinking hot. So you can see I'm got the sweat up today, but it's good for the tan. We love it. I love being out on the tools occasionally, and I love our Queensland weather. So I'm going to push on, and I'll show you a bit more of this as we go. I've got the post cap. That's the cap that goes at the top of the post, clamped into place. Got a clamp holding it. Haven't dug the hole yet. I've just got the clamp here holding that bracket. Get a pencil, mark my hole location. I've already drilled one. I've got one more to drill. Just pushing that pencil through the hole. Mark it on the other side of the beam there. Don't have to complicate things, guys. It's really simple. You just put that post cap on there, clamp it, mark it, take the post cap off. Let's just undo that now. The camera might shake a little bit here, guys. Got him off. Drilled one hole already. Got another hole to drill. Let's drill the hole. Drilled. Nice and easy, beautiful little Ryobi drill there. Nice cordless one. The Ryobi 1 battery system. Great tools. Yeah, great home handyman stuff. You build one of our decks. The Ryobi tools. A good option. Not too bad. Work alright. Digging the holes for the deck, and I'm using a wooden handled post hole shovel. Nice long handle on it, good angle on that shovel for scooping out. These are this one's a Cyclone. You'll pick up one of these off the shelf out Bunnings for about 50 bucks, I reckon. If you get a cheaper one, the problem is the handle can snap. Like a good strong wooden handle. These guys are pretty good at once. I've had this one for about 7 years, 8 years. I've snapped plenty of post hole shovels. Before I became a tradesman, I worked on farms. And I was digging holes for years. Digging holes for fences, cattle yards, sheds, patios, decks, dug holes everywhere. It's honest work. Doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. I don't mind digging holes. A bit of a black art to digging holes though. I'll show you this one in a sec. Pretty lucky here. Digging's pretty good. Good soft yellowy soil. See that there? What that means is I'm gonna make these posts just a little bit deeper. Let's have a look down the hole. You can see we've pulled the old pavers out of the way. And that hole going down. It doesn't look very deep here, but that's about 500 mil already, half a metre. We want about 600 mil in this hole. And what we do, if we put that perimeter of beams up like I mentioned, dig your holes once the perimeter's up. You mark your post location, drop a plumb bob down or a piece of wood down the beam, mark where your hole is, dig your hole. What we see a lot of people do, incorrectly of course, we don't think it's the right way, especially with other deck systems, is put the posts in first. You know, and you can do that. If you think you can get all those measurements exactly to the millimetre correct, you do that. But if you want to build it fast, accurately, and use a little trick that we do, get the frame up first. Prop that frame in place. Make it square, make it level, and mark your holes. Hang your posts in the hole. Concrete your posts last once you've got that frame up. That's the secret to success. I'm going to finish digging my hole. So I've just dropped the post in the hole that I've dug. You can see I've just got it flapping around in there. Now this post has to sit under the beam so that the cap on the post can sit against the beam. So you can see this post here, she's about 1700 mil long, 1600 mil long, this one, and it's not quite deep enough. My hole just needs to go down a little bit further, see. Because what I want to do is I want to have that post so it can swing in the bottom of the hole. And that way I can square the post up or make sure she's nice and straight. So I've got to dig a little bit more out of that one. You can see it down there. I'm going to pull another couple of 100 mil out, and then I'll show you the post assembly all set up. Post is in. How about that? Doesn't have to be complicated. That's the secret to success. So you can see here, we've got our post cap, 4 Tech screws holding that post cap onto the post. I've just lifted it up into position, put the bolt through, and that post is currently just hanging in the hole. See that? That's what I meant by swinging in the breeze. It's just swinging around there. And the reason we've done that is because our frame is up, everything's square and level, and now we're able to put the posts in, square them up, drop some concrete in the hole. Job's done.